If you are a yoga teacher and you feel like all the other yoga teachers are producing more, launching more, and growing faster than you, and you're wondering how they're doing it, it's not because they've got a special set of skills, it's because they've learned to manage their time better with a different set of principles. And today, I'm going to show you what those principles are that make it all possible. These are the exact same set of principles that I use to run both of my businesses, both YouTube channels, to create offers annually, to film consistently, and still have a life. Now, these are principles, as I said, they are not hacks. They are things that I do not negotiate on because if I did, none of this would get done. Principle number one is I batch everything. So I am never just filming one thing, just scripting one thing, just creating one piece of content. I'm always working in multiples, because if you film, edit, and upload and then realize that was just one of many, it is exhausting and you've got to repeat the process again. So you have to treat this like a production line of content. If you want to get good at this, if you want to treat it like a business, you've got to train yourself. So if you are filming one class at the moment, try and up it to 2 in that session, then up it to 3, and then up it to 4. This means that in one day, you could potentially film an entire month's worth of content, and just think of how much time that is going to free up for other projects. It is completely doable. It is not about working endlessly, right? It is just about being intentional with the time you have, and batching is how you do that. Now, the same thing goes for scripting, for editing, for any of those tasks that you are doing, for scheduling. Don't just do one thing at a time, do it in a block, because working further ahead like this, it really does just create a calm business. Working day to day creates chaos. Now, principle 2 is I plan the year before the year has even started. By January, I know my 3-month goal, my 6-month goal, my 12-month goal, and I know what I'm going to do to get there. Those things are already laid out, so there's no guesswork in January. I am just working, I am just executing. Now, one of the biggest benefits of this is that most people procrastinate when they do not have a clear deadline. I do it too, right? If I do not have a time frame for a project, I will find 100 different things to do. I will scroll on my phone. I will take my dog for a walk. I will convince myself that reorganizing a drawer is suddenly a priority. It's not that we don't want to do the work, it's that there's no urgency attached to it, and that's why we procrastinate. But as soon as you set yourself a completion date, everything changes. Because when there are parameters, you get up and you get the job done. Now, sometimes you even need to give yourself fake deadlines. I do this regularly. If I have a busy day, I will say to myself, by 10 a.m. I need to be here. By 11, I need to have completed this, and so on, because those mini deadlines stop procrastination in its tracks. Now, this is why planning ahead matters, because it removes that space of, oh no, what do I do? And that's when procrastination comes in, and it shows you exactly what needs to be done and when, which means you can stop thinking and just focus on doing. Because when you have structure like this, it just makes being productive an inevitability. Now, principle 3 is I do things even when I do not feel like it. This is the most important thing I want you to take from this video, because I do not always feel like getting up on camera. When I've had a breakout, the last thing I want is for everyone to see that in 4K. No, but I do it anyways. Now, a really common thing I hear other yoga teachers say is, I just didn't feel like filming today, or, the vibe just wasn't right. And I understand that. I used to operate like that too. But if I only relied on the vibes, then I would never get anything done, because your feelings cannot be the thing that dictates your business. I need to say that again. Your feelings cannot be the thing that dictates your business. On those days when I don't feel like being on camera, I just get on camera anyways, because I have to be professional. I have to get the job done. You just have to sit down and do the thing. Now, principle 4 is I build systems that replace motivation. This is where most yoga teachers get stuck, because they think they need this hack, that amount of discipline, that morning routine. You don't. You need systems. A system is simply a decision you make once, so you don't have to keep making it again. It is a way of automating your processes, organizing your time, etc. And this helps you avoid deciding constantly, what should I work on today? What should I film? What should I post? What is actually important right now? That mental back and forth, all of that thinking is exhausting, and it's why people aren't productive. Now, a system removes that. For example, I don't wake up and ask myself if I feel like filming. I know filming happens on a Monday, so I film on a Monday. That is that. That's my system. I don't decide each week what content I'm creating. That has been laid out ahead each month. At the beginning of the month, I've looked at the data. I know what I want to focus on, and I'm doubling down on what works. That's my system. I don't rely on remembering to market my programs. The content, emails, and videos are already mapped out weeks or months in advance, so it feels natural, and that's a system. Now, this is the difference between the teachers who feel constantly behind and the ones who look like they're doing a lot, but they're also quite relaxed about it. It's because they have systems. They are probably working harder, yes, but they're working harder in a more intentional way. So the difference is it's not burning them out. Because on the days when your energy is low, when life is busy, when your confidence dips, when you're just not feeling great, you cannot rely on motivation to carry you. Your systems will. This is exactly why I'm hosting the 2026 Game Plan Mastermind, because most yoga teachers don't have a clue what they're doing. They need structure. They need an annual plan that tells them what matters this year, what they are focusing on, when things need to be created, when things get launched, and how everything pieces together. So on January the 9th, we'll map out your entire year, your 3-month, 6-month, and 12-month goal, and the systems that make these goals realistic instead of overwhelming. You'll walk away knowing exactly what's going on and when, so there's no guesswork, no spinning your wheels, no being a busy fool, no constantly feeling like you're behind. So if you want to work like a professional, not like someone relying on motivation and good moods, this is for you. There are a couple of spaces left. The link is in the description. And if next year matters to you, if you want to make it your biggest one yet, I would not skip on this. Link down below. I hope to see you there.